Who's responsible to pay on a first date, the lady or the man?
The man. Why? Because you're a man. Why?
But how's that defined?
I feel like if they pay, they always expect something.
Why?
So I feel like as a woman, you should come prepared to pay. If you actually oblige us to pay, like let him pay.
So regardless, so when you go on the first date, do you carry your wallet?
I do carry my wallet. I don't want to be stranded.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Some people can be mean.
20 years ago.
Not only that, but if it's a mutual agreement to go on this date, then I'm gonna pay my share. I always have done it in the past, and I'll continue to do it.
How many times? Mikey.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Also, I also think it depends on who is asking first.
I guess 20 years ago I would say the man, but at the moment I think everybody should just pay for themselves because everyone is fighting for equality now.
Exactly.
And everything. Yeah. So we should try and start equality from stuff like that.
But then how do you set a standard if on the first date you're letting like she's paying for your?
I mean, to me it's an insult personally. Like
if you expect.
Personally, if I take you out, I'm supposed to pay. That's my own.
So if you ask first, you should.
If I ask you out,
yes,
to go on a date with me, I have to pay.
Okay.
Because if you pay, it's an insult to me and to the people from my kind of culture. It's like the same to us.
I also feel like not only that, but you're also taking time out of my day, especially if I didn't want to go at first, and I'm like, okay, I'll give him a chance or something. Then I'm like, okay, I don't expect you to pay, but you should pay if you're the one suggesting it. But if we're going on a date, I'm sorry, I don't know who expects who these girls think they are, like princesses or whatever. If you can make money, if you can stand on your own 2 feet and go to work and you talk about equality, then you should go and pay your own dates.
But I'm just detecting her because she's actually lying to us, right? Oh my god. No, you're lying. When you go on a first date, you expect that person to pay for you.
I don't expect. I bring
Guys, okay, let's be realistic. No, let's be realistic. When you, as females, right?
Yeah.
As a female, I'm gonna try and get into your world, right? When you go on a date, like what do you expect from a man? Like, first of all, when you're dating a person,
a good time. Like I really don't. I really don't expect.
So if that guy is dead broke, can't pay his rent, can't do anything.
Why did you ask me out?
Why did you ask me out?
Maybe you wanted to go to KFC because you want
KFC. Whenever I'm asked out on a date, I actually say this. I said, I'm broke, let's do something that is cheap so that we can both pay for it. And then there's always a debate on who's gonna pay. And then
on the first time you text him like, hey babes, who's gonna pay? Me or you? Me or you?
No,
you are lying on the first date.
I'm not lying.
You expect.
But to me, my opinion on all this stuff is like, it's the society. Like I've lived in different societies. In Africa, it's very normal. It's masculine, or you know, it's our culture for a man to pay. Maybe down here, it's not their society. You know, it's not their culture or something. You know, so it all depends.
I think that's true. Society plays like a very important role because I'm an African guy and I'm paying for the first date, even if you have more money than me. I
don't care if you're daughter of Bill Gates. I don't give a fuck.
It's not even about my background, or it's not even my job position. It's just common etiquette. Like for me to come into a situation that I don't know you, I don't even know the future with you. I don't know if you're gonna, number one, we're gonna break up, or you're going to cheat on me, etc., etc. Like we don't even know the future of where we're going, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there saying yes.
I feel like when I go on the first dates, I have this notion in my head because like I'm African as well, right? I expect the guy to pay, but then I'm not going to go and not take my wallet because I expect him to pay.
Okay, Jemima,
that's my point.
From where I come from, our parents growing up, our mothers taught us to be self-sufficient. Am I wrong?
Could I ask you a question?
Her mother never taught her to be self-sufficient.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Could I ask you a question?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not directing it at her.
Okay.
I'm just saying from the way we grew up, because it's like everybody's saying the African is a continent. Let's not forget, right? There's different cultures.
We have so many parts. We have West, we have South.
Exactly. So I'm coming from the East side, and as my
West side.
exactly. So as people, as women from the East, and you can disagree with me, our mothers have installed it into our heads that you're not expecting any man. In fact, marriage is not even like your first priority. Your first priority is education and to get a degree.
Sorry,
Baby, no, can I have a question?
I didn't finish. So when it came to the concept of dating, our mothers never said, like we were taught to pay, to be monetarily sufficient on our own. So there's no expectation.
Where you from again? Where you from again?
Ethiopia.
You from Ethiopia? They took you 10 months?
But honestly, I feel like from if I'm trying to understand what you're saying, I'm from Ireland, not you, man. From what she's saying, I think it's more like you're more scared or terrified of me or like the guy paying because you're scared of what he's gonna ask you afterwards. Cause you feel like you're
that's not what I'm saying. I'm going there with the notion of having fun, right?
Exactly.
If you're actually obliged to pay, I'm going to be like, okay, fine. But if you're telling me that, I'm going to pay, then we're going to go back to my place.
But that was not the question. The question was not that. The question was...
I'm obviously going to pay for myself.
You know, sometimes I paid for the date, but you think because I already paid for your dinner, that means I'm trying to aim for you to come to my place, but that really isn't what.
So what you're trying to say is that that's not always the case.
That's not always the case. That's what I'm saying. Because most guys sometimes when I invite you out for a date, I'm paying. I'm trying to like have fun too, right? So I mean, if you're fun and I had a good time, I'll pay, but then I feel good about paying. But then if I'm having a shitty time, I'm gonna pay, but I'm not gonna call you back. Like it's done. I don't know if you're gonna be like I didn't have a good time because I'm paying for my time too. Like you said, it's your time and it's my time. But then it's the first time. Most ladies set a standards for themselves. I don't know what standards you set for yourself, but then most of the time is when on the first date, the guy is supposed to pay. I don't know. But
the standard I have for myself on the first date is more so of the guy's personality than who's paying for the date. Because when I go into the first date, I'm literally expecting to pay. I always expect to pay.
But is that because of the culture, like he says, society? Because you're I don't know if
I think it's personally because it's not even about that. Like even in my relationship,
like, you just said it before.
It's not. I understand that, but like not all East Africans are the same.
You're contradicting yourself.
No. Let me finish.
She's right.
Culture is the first step, but then there's also personal choice that comes afterwards.
So what is your personal choice?
So my personal choice is I would rather pay.
You'd rather pay.
I'd rather pay.
Is that because you don't want? And you don't feel like
no,
but
because
that's the question I've been.
That's the culture. What's she talking about?
That's the question I've been willing to ask. You're ready when you go on the first date.
Yeah.
And you like dreaming of, oh my gosh, I might marry him. I might do A, B, and C. Or you're trying to have fun, sure. Or you're trying to have fun. Because most girls, to be honest, most girls when they go on the first date,
they take it seriously.
No, not even take it seriously. Like yo, you know what? This guy might be a bitch, but you know what? I'm gonna eat his money. Let's be honest. Let's not lie to ourselves. Let's not lie to ourselves.
That's what.
I agree with this one because I do the same, but I still take my wallet.
Exactly.
I still expect myself to go enjoy it. So I still take my wallet because I don't agree to a date. Hold on, let me finish. I don't agree to a date if I know I can't afford the date.
Exactly, which is why
I love these girls. Look, Mikey, I love these girls. I love you. I love these girls. Yo, these girls.
At the end of the day, if I can't afford to pay my
How would you know where I'm taking you? What if I'm taking to like an expensive restaurant?
I like to know where I'm going before we go.
Oh.
I ask.
You know, the funniest thing about all this is that when a girl meets a guy, you know what her friends ask the girl? They'll ask her like, what does he do?
What does he do? Yeah, exactly.
Where's that headed?
How much money does he make?
How much money does it make?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now when a guy meets a girl, you know what the friends ask?
You already know.
It's her body.
Is she no?
So is
she a all-wheel drive? A rear-wheel drive?
4x4.
4x4.
Yeah. Some don't understand. This guy's good.
Okay. You ever said, ladies, let's not lie to ourselves. All the individuals you meet out there, you meet a guy like me. All I want, or in my single life, all I want is some good You know, I won't lie to you. I will pay whatever it takes as long as I'm guaranteed what I'm gonna get. So please don't come out here lying like, oh my gosh, when I go out, I take my wallet. I lie. Even if you take your wallet, it's just to make yourself look good.
Trust me.
No. if you take your wife, no, excuse me.
It's not you cannot speak for me.
No, baby.
I'm so sorry. You cannot speak for me.
That I think
Okay,
it's
go ahead.
wrong of you to make that
assume.
assumption.
Yeah.
Because
when you assume, you make an ass of yourself.
Yes.
Like I was saying, I always tell my sister back then, like, hey, if you're going on a date with any guy, just to be on the safe side, go with your wallet, go with your debit card, go with your cash, because you never can tell at the end of the day. What if the guy is not feeling you? Doesn't matter. Because I won't lie to you guys on camera. I can do it to a girl if I'm not feeling you and you're like acting off. I'll bail out. I don't give a fuck about you. I'll just leave.
Are you saying take your wallet because to pay the tax?
Good point. Good point.
He has made my point. He's made my point.
It's a backup.
No, can I say something?
But not with
because
intentions
right now
of paying
you just
for that. Not with intentions of paying for that.
exactly.
I think the thing is, if you are a guy and you expect a
Okay,
lady to pay on your first date,
the question should
then
be,
you're not the guy.
The question should
No,
be, what are the chances of your intentions? Do you ladies actually have intentions of paying?
I do. Hold on. I always put down my wallet.
Honestly, I can say, for me, in my opinion, if I go out with a guy,
On your
I
first,
expect-
not every day.
no,
your
the very first date, I expect him to pay. But I will have my wallet just in case.
I like you.
The question is, do you expect? Which means that if you are bringing your wallet and but just in case, you are still expecting the guy to pay.
Thank you.
Me, I will bring my wallet because I have the intention of paying
There
for
you go.
the
So what are your intentions of?
not
You have intentions
as a
of paying.
backup plan.
Exactly.
When you have a backup plan B, you had a plan A, and your plan A was an expectation for the guy to pay. So that doesn't count.
Oh, Betty.
But the thing is, honestly, if we're going to like face this on like actual reality, most ladies expect guys to pay.
I agree with that, but that's their reality. That's not
So that's what I'm saying. I want you
individual
guys to
reality.
actually come out and say you expect guys to pay.
I don't expect you to pay. I bring my wallet. I will take it as
But
far.
you're taking your wallet long
If I'm a lady,
Yes, I am. Because I take it. If someone asks me on the date, I'm automatically assuming I'm going to pay.
No, I'm gonna give you a scenario. So we go out, right? And then I'm being a dick, but like you still have to pay.
I will still pay.
I will still pay.
If you're being a thing,
No,
I'll
I
pay
mean,
for you too and leave.
No, so you're gonna carry your wallet because you're gonna pay.
Yes.
No, because you're hoping that I'm not gonna pay.
No.
I said earlier it was a standard. Most ladies,
It is, I
if you
agree.
have a high regards for yourself, you should set a standard.
Okay, excuse
So
me.
I'm sorry.
Excuse
I'm just saying.
me.
Me wanted to say something. Me wanted to say something.
Why are you trying to oppose? What I'm trying to say.
No, you have to change your.
No,
No, you know
I'm
what?
not
At the end
to
of
change
the day,
anything for anybody.
I don't think
What I'm
that
saying
they
is,
come
I said if you're a lady and you have a standard, you should have standard for yourself. That means your standard could be that you want to pay. That's fine.
Okay.
That's why I say you should listen to me. Let me finish.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
What did I tell you there? That's the same
So
thing.
that's the standard. So your standard is
But
you
you
want
were
to pay
choosing.
because you're trying to show that you got money, not because you're trying to show anything else. But I think from what I'm getting from you is you're trying to pay for the dinner because
It's just me.
I got money.
From personal experience, I've definitely seen women that will tell you that like I've seen a girl that told me that she didn't want me to pay. And it wasn't like I didn't have the money.
She white?
really a black girl, Nigerian
Really
girl.
now?
She really insisted that she didn't want me to pay. And I was so sure because it was actually like McDonald's. And she was insisting to buy for
That's
myself.
why she
Like, like 5 minutes. She should, to her, it was like, okay, we're getting to know each other. We won't really call it a date, but we're getting to know each other. I was so sure because as I was ordering everything, I asked her what she wanted to order, everything. She was like, okay, cool. She gave me an order, everything. I was about to pay, she was like, you know that she can't accept the money. And she was
Can I
really
ask you a
serious
question?
about it. She really serious about it. So I can kind of like respect the opinion of, as much as people like to think that, oh no, women will say no, I'm Nigerian to be like, yeah, there are chicks out there that will tell you that they want to actually pay.
So, in my own belief, Elias and that individual, they probably had intercourse and your date was probably good, bro. Probably.
But that's a good question.
No,
That's a good question.
Your date was probably good.
Was it a first date?
No, chill. Your date was probably good. She
So, but there are chicks that
She
I've
tried-
had sex with, right? And like we've still been on dates and they say for me to pay. So
It means your date knew me. It means she collected better dick than you. That's what I'm saying.
That's measured like that.
The question is the first date. We're going to. We're talking about the first date and guys are talking as if they're already married.
No, we have to understand that. We have to understand something like the first date does not mean it's not the first time that you have sex.
That's what I wanted to. Oh, thank you, Dortmund. My whole point was she was trying to.
So what if you think is the fact that you paid for the date that
Wait, I don't understand.
that was the reason she fell for you? But that same day you guys had sex and she saw more than just the payment of the bills.
Thank you. She saw the future.
She saw the future.
So it's still based on opinions. It boils down to opinions.
That's what I'm trying to say.
She asked a question.
Based on opinion, but I'm just saying,
Can I
like,
ask a question?
what if?
You're a late tap talk. Tap has been quiet. Go tap.
I have a question. So if a girl pays for you, because okay, who here does not want a girl to pay for
I don't want
Put your hand up. So
Speak for yourself,
if she pays for you, does that make you feel like how does that make you feel
I
less than
feel
the man?
insulted.
If she pays for the first date.
What's an insult? It's all about culture, right?
Okay, let's say the date is here and you're
It's my
you're African, so you're gonna follow your first instinct.
No, it's not about African. My own cultivated behavior.
Okay.
I don't just like it.
Exactly.
But what about it? Like I just don't understand what about it.
It's just my standards. It's not about.
It's not about the culture right
That's
now.
something.
It's about me. I just said standards to myself to me like
Why would it be an
because
insult?
Because as a girl, if a guy pays for me, I don't find that an insult. So I don't understand when guys are like, it's insult if she like you said you find it insult, or some guys are like it takes away my masculine. Like I don't understand if they pay for what because at the end, say you end up dating this girl, she's going to pay for some things anyways.
But it's a first date.
Do you know what
But no, at that point, it doesn't insult. It's not an insult.
Do you know what's
funny?
Have you ever heard about like saying a first impression?
I was going to say
Thank you. It's a first impression.
Can I add to that comment?
Yeah.
You speak of first impressions, right? If you limit me to like, if you say no, I'm going to pay, I might let it pass once, but when it comes to multiple occurrence, I'm going to be like, okay, so we have a problem.
Are you even in question?
But this
No,
is
but
the
it doesn't
first
matter.
date.
The first date for me sets ground to what happens next.
Thank you. But that's why I said
I was saying, I just do not think that that it's an insulting behavior to pay for my own dinner. And if that's something I want, if you are going to limit me, I might excuse it once, but like if it's a multiple occurrence, then I'm going to be like, eh. And I know we're talking about the first date, but the first date sets the ground for the next few dates. If I see you again, I'll have a bit of hesitation because now you're coming from a place of a masculine perspective, and I don't like that. That's just my personal opinion.
Low key, girls. I've seen it happen all the time. You girls, oh my gosh, girls love a guy that can protect them. So that's not, oh my gosh.
So you want a masculine guy?
They love that. They like acting. They love that.
We're brought up to take care of ourselves before a man takes care of us.
And can I add to
You can't say
Do you know how many
against that.
times? Do you know how many times girls just agree to go out on a date with a guy just because they want free food?
Yeah, I'm not excusing that. I'm not excusing that. That's not everyone.
Okay. So today,
We're talking as if there are no guys that are going out to just fuck the girl at the end of the day.
That's what we all want to do.
At the end of the day, we all have different things.
So
At the
you
end
want
of the
free
day.
food? I want to fuck.
Yes,
It's
if that's
If you be that kind of person.
Yo, that point is honestly, that point is you guys that have sisters, I know the feeling of like my sisters like going out. I know how like protective it is. If you have sisters, you understand that feeling. Girls are always like protective where they are walking out at night, everywhere they are, who is looking at them, like they are always like cautious. Because I'm being for real, man. Like it's actually real shit.
I just want to make a point. We're not excusing the fact that there are people out there
That want free meal.
that want a free meal.
Thank you.
Because I've
my
seen
point.
people like
That's
that.
my point.
Yes, but we're telling you that that's not always the case.
Exactly.
Okay?
Can I say something, please? Can I say something?
And wait, let me finish.
Alright, sorry.
So the where it comes into play as to do you expect, this is like an individualistic question. Yes, there are women out there who want to take advantage of this masculine expectation that you have to pay for a person's
So
dinner.
can I ask you just a quick question?
Yes, okay.
So when you say 50-50, right, what is your 50-50?
My 50-50, right? It's whatever the bill is.
So it has nothing to do with finances?
No, it's not.
So your 50-50 has nothing to do with how much I earn.
It's not, because Michael, let me tell you something. I'm broke. I'm not gonna go out with you and then be like, yeah, you have to pay for me when I'm broke. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Then who's gonna pay?
So
Then we don't go until I'm ready to pay for you.
No.
Or if you want to.
I want to make a quick comment.
No, we don't go. We don't go to a place where we have to pay. If I cannot afford it, I'm not gonna go out. Beforehand, I'm going to ask, yo, what are we going to do? And usually, 9 times out of 10, the guy has said, what do you want to do?
No.
Okay?
Actually,
continue. Let me finish.
I just want to
Hold on.
Okay.
The guy has asked me, what do you want to do?
No, you asked that question. Most girls ask that question, not a guy.
Yeah.
A guy will never ask you, what are we going to do?
Michael, because you don't ask
If
If I ask you, what are we going to do, you're a pussy.
I will not support Michael on any other condition, but this is actually right.
Okay.
A guy will never ask you what are we going to do.
What are your guys out there? No, they can ask you what should we do.
Because I'm being like, probably you forgot him. It was the time when you first started dating. When the girl asked you, you are going on a date. I mean, I made that mistake.
That is if she's the one initiating the date.
No.
I'm initiating the date.
You asked by a guy, what are we going to do?
Do you want to
You're dealing with pussies. Are you gonna tell me that if I'm gonna invite you, I'm sorry, if I'm gonna invite any of you girls out on a date, I'm not. What are we gonna do? That's not. That is
no. What
because you don't ask that question, doesn't mean you don't ask it. Me personally, right? I feel like everyone has got their own opinion on this stuff. You will find chicks who want to eat your money. You find chicks who are willing to let you pay, and you find chicks who don't even like want to let you pay, and that's like real because I can't say I haven't experienced it. Like I said, I've experienced it firsthand, right? But like in the end of the day, it's just the thing like you guys you have to like understand like what you're doing, right? Like you can't just what's it called? You can't just be on another page. I expect someone to be on like the same page with you. So you feel me? So like that's just all I just have to say. It's different for everyone. Right? Like, so people pay, like everybody pay, but like I don't think it's a big deal, man. If you guys are okay with whatever agreement you guys have, then like why not? First date or like second date, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like I said, for me, I expect the guy to pay on the first date, but I still will go with my wallet just in case.
Make that Negro pay. Me, all my 3 guys actually been saying like, oh no, I wanna pay. To be honest, at the end of the day, insecurities. The only reason why a man does not want to pay because he doesn't feel like he's being a man because letting a woman pay. At the end of the day, it's insecurities. You gotta look deep down in yourself and ask yourself the question, well, why am I not paying? No, chill. Why am I not paying? Because my daddy told me I'm a man. No, I'm a man, I should pay. No. Deep down, there's something in you telling me like, yo, she's paying. That means I'm less of a man than what I am. And at the end of the day, real talk. We can all say like, yo, I want to be a man, I want to take care of my lady. That is okay. But the moment your lady want to take care of you, you guys are in a relationship, you guys are one. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys want to let your ladies pay, it means you're giving, it either you higher than your girl or she higher than you. When you're like, oh my gosh, no, baby, I don't want you paying because I feel like, you know, I'm a little bitch. No, nigga, look down inside yourself. There's something in you that is bothering you that she can actually take care of you. Take care of you, and you're uncomfortable with it. You might not see it, but look down in yourself and ask yourself the question. Me, Mambo, why can't my girl take care of me? My big muscle gymming all the time. I can't take care of her. No, bro. Bro, she wanna take care of you. If you have a woman that can pay for your lunch, dinner, man, you are blessed. My dream as a man is to have a girl take care of me. I have one in life.
Why shouldn't
Okay, like I said before, you can put it, most of the times we have this misunderstanding. You're assuming that we've already had this conversation. We haven't had it. Ask me why I feel that way. You're telling me that I'm insecure and this. You haven't asked me. As I said before, I set standards for myself.
Forgive me. Can you please tell me why?
Thank you. You can't just.
Okay.
No, go ahead. I'm giving you a chance.
I set standards for myself.
You have the platform, Old Trafford, Man United.
Yeah, it's not about principles. It's my beliefs. It's my culture. I feel like I want to do it.
What is your culture?
Let me finish. Culture. My culture is my cultivated behavior. if I show up on a date and I want to pay the bill, she lets me pay it, good. If she wants to pay, good.
But now,
no problem.
Now you're contradicting yourself because at one point you expect yourself to pay.
Yeah.
Now you're contradicting yourself. Keep that energy, man.
Understand me again. Wait, when I speak, you listen. If I go there, I expect to pay. Yes. But if she wants to pay, I'll let her pay.
Can I say something, guys? So, to me, I think it's actually because I said something earlier on, like I feel insulted if a lady should pay for me, for our dates or for ourselves. But in the actual sense of it, if I go out with a lady and I could see like she's willing to pay, I tend to get more interest in her.
And also,
is that your personal thing?
Yeah,
can I speak?
because I tend to get more interest in her. Oh, she's like Miss Independent. That is what I want.
That's what you want, but I think we're all misunderstanding. The question said on the first date. I don't have a problem with my lady paying for my date.
Yeah,
afterwards.
that's what I'm saying.
On the first date,
it's all about
like I'm saying, it's a principle. I don't know, I'm a guy. I go with principles. My principle is I'm paying for the first date. Regardless of the other coincidental dates.
I
don't know who's paying for that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying for the first date.
Can I just?
I'm listening.
Can I just clarify? Sorry. So what if she wants to pay? And
then if she wants to pay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with you like, oh, what do you want to pay? No, if you want to pay, that's fine. But I'm just saying, my intention is to pay.
Okay.
My intention is to pay. When I invite you, my name is right.
Yeah.
Most girls here are trying to let me understand that they actually go with their wallet with not the intention of paying for the first date as a backup. So that's what I have a problem with. You don't want to pay. So don't come out here telling me you have a wallet because you want to pay. You're holding your wallet for other reasons,
and I agree,
not to pay. But my point is, at the same time, regardless of your background, it's just a principle thing. If you want to pay, you pay. If you don't want to pay, it's fine.
It's fine.
But I'm just saying that my principle is I'm inviting you on the first date, I'm going to pay.
Mikey, let me kill Betty's argument. You know when you have a vehicle and you drive, you have insurance. When you go on that road, you don't expect to be in an accident. You just take your wallet in case you get into an accident.
I also have one more question. I'm sorry.
So don't lie to yourself.
I have one question for you. So what is your impression of a guy that you paid for on the first date?
That's a very good
question.
Bitch, you don't have
No, you always have impressions about people.
Please,
What
can
do
you don't have pain ladies sincerely tell me?
I can understand.
Can you sincerely please no I mean like you guys should be real with me and tell me you don't have no impression of a guy you paid for on the first like I invited you out on the first date and you're paying for me. Tell me there's no impression. I invited you out on the first date and then you eventually paid for me, right? And like maybe like I came out like, oh my wallet, I don't know, I did some finesse shit and you paid. Tell me you don't have no impression of me. You really just tell me you don't have, you know?
If you invited me out, then it's different because if you invite me out, I expect you to pay.
But it's a first date.
But it's the first date. How did you get there? Pretty much, there's no argument anymore then.
So your first date you invite the guy.
So if your first date you invite me, I'm inviting you.
Most girls are shy.
Then you go. So
But sometimes it can be different. Sometimes we can plan it together.
Oh, what are we doing? Oh, what are we doing? This. This is what it is. It's certain time. Make me here. If you're not coming, it's around.
You're saying about me dating.
What I'm trying to understand.
I understand. Just let me finish. What I'm trying to say is, I get where you're coming from, and you have a valid point. However, this is food or activities we're talking about.
Thank you.
If you're going to with friends, and my friend forgot a wallet, and it's a guy friend where we have nothing in touch. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish.
First thing you forget your wallet.
Let her finish, please.
The same way, actually, my guys, the way I'm going to treat my friends is no different. If somebody forgot, if
I'm allowed to finish.
I'm not lying. Like, I don't understand how people are just making assumptions from my personal experiences. This is exactly what I do. I'm not expecting you to pay. If you don't pay, it's not the end of the world. It's not World War III has happened. Hiroshima has been bombed again. Like, that's not the problem. It is food.
Yeah.
It is food and it's activities. You're going what? Laser tag, for instance. We're going to automatically assume everybody's history and like who the person is right off the bat.
Alright.
It happens. I've been in a position in my life where I had nothing. So I cannot expect a guy because he's a guy. That automatically life doesn't
Wait,
happen.
no, Mike asked you about your impression. She didn't ask you. She
I
asked
don't
the
have
question.
an impression.
So you don't have no
I
impression.
don't have
You don't have no
What
impression.
about you?
I have an impression, man.
When you
Thank you.
What about you? What about you?
Yeah, I would.
I'm
I
sorry,
would
what about
You
you?
didn't ask me. Betty.
Yeah, to me, I didn't
Once
say
we're going on the
something
first
to me.
date and you pay, my point gets deducted. Yes or no?
No.
I don't think
No.
it gets deducted. I think.
I
Hold
mean,
on.
you don't look at me like you already have an impression. What
It
does that
just
mean?
means that you have to just make up for it at the end of the
Fuck,
day.
you have to make up. for it.
That technically, but answer the question.
Sometimes-
What importance do you guys place on first dates?
The next
No,
time
no,
you
no.
go out,
I'm sorry, what importance do you guys place on?
sometimes-
What importance do you guys place on first date?
First impression.
Well, I really want to know what does you guys do on first impression. Okay.
Sometimes your
Okay.
first date-
I'm sorry, right? He gave an example.
It's
or she gave an
basically the
example.
foundation of
I'm sorry, he
everything.
gave an example of a guy forgetting his wallet.
Yeah.
The guy forgets his wallet and you end up paying. Why should you feel waste because you pay? If you had the money to pay and you didn't do anything, I want to understand why should you feel waste because you pay?
Exactly, now.
But did you listen to what they said? They said they carry their wallets because
In case.
In
They're
case.
not.
But you asked the question that if she paid or not, what is my impression?
I'm telling you, this is not backup. This is not.
That's you. That's you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Somebody takes it for backup.
Yeah,
This
that's
is the
true.
in case. If the
Like
guy
you,
says
you're
he
just
forgets
on a
his wallet,
different-
that's the in case situation. That's when you actually need to bring up.
Okay, first date, it's an expectation. But it's not like if it doesn't happen, it's not like I'm gonna be disappointed or have like an impression. But it'll just be like that's the first day. After that, it can be like a switch up. It's like I can take you out, you can take me out. But the first date, it's an expectation. Just as a person, it's not like my culture or anything. It's just the way I am. It's like expectation. But then after the first date,
Second date you're on.
then you get to know each other more. You learn who you are, and then after that, it's just.
But wait.
So what you're saying
However-
is it doesn't matter?
For me, it doesn't really matter. The first date doesn't go as expected. I'm not gonna be disappointed. I'm not gonna have like a bad impression. Just be like, okay, this happened.
Whether it's the first date, second date, etc., etc. I just don't think it's a big issue. Like for me, it's not a big issue. I'm going to come into the date with my wallet.
I remember my point. My point is, however, so as most guys, we have to follow principles and stuff like that. But it's just, I'm a guy. That's what I want. That's the standard I set for myself. I want to pay for the first date, and I mean, some girls have a problem with that. But then, I grew up in Africa, and then I've been told this before: your money is our money, and my money is my money. So I mean, I'm not going by that, but what I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to say is, it's the first date. I'm not saying subsequent dates or eventual dates you might have to pay. I mean, however how we vibe, if you're paying, it's not a problem. But then it's the first date. I think that's what I'm missing the question here. It's the first date. The first date, I'm paying. That's if you carry your wallet, you don't carry your wallet. That's your own problem. But I'm paying. That's what I have to say.
Like I said before, I set standards for myself. If I'm inviting a girl on the first date, I expect to pay. But if she wants to pay, fine, I don't have no problem with it. You know, everybody has different opinions. That's all I have to say.
I don't really think about it. I go to have a good time, so if I have to, I always take my wallet anyways, and I take it with the intention if I have to pay. That might sound like a backup, but if I don't take it as a backup. So if I go, I'm gonna think I'm gonna pay. If you pay, cool. If you don't pay, cool. That's it.
I agree. I come in with the intention not as a backup plan, but just to pay for my dinner. I don't think I expect the guy to pay for my dinner.
Well, I come with intentions to pay for my dinner and for the lady that I invited over for her dinner.
To me, I think it's really important for me to like pay for my date. Having said that, I think it's always a point for me as well if I can like vouch for the lady I'm going on a date with to be able to pay, because I don't want to date someone that will become a liability on me at the end of the day. I want to be able to know that, okay, what if anything should happen, she'll be able to take care of us as well, because it shouldn't be like a one-sided thing. It should be like me believing in this person as well, like, okay, she's financially.
It's the first date,
It's the
bro.
first how that believe.
No, it's
Only time can you find someone.
Regardless, because if you can't make enough backup plan for your first day, that means you suck at planning. And if you suck at planning, I can't live with you. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is.
Yes. So, like me personally, in 2018, I'm not going to go out on a date with you and not carry money in my pocket. I'm not trying to disgrace myself. I'm not trying to embarrass myself because I know definitely I'm expected to pay. If I call you out on a date, social norm, I'm expected to pay. I'm expected to pay. Right? But if one thing happens and like you understand, probably I left my wallet at home and then you are feeling ways that, oh, I'm not going to pay all that stuff, blah blah. Yes, to me it tells a lot about you, and believe me, that's going to be our first and last date. Because like what my guy said, I'm not really looking for someone to be a liability. Like I'm still building up my whole life. Sure, you feel me?
Mimi?
Okay, from my view, when I go out on a date, I expect the guy to pay. That's how it's been in the past, and that's how it should stay. But if I go with my wallet just in case we don't get along and he decides to leave, fine, I'll pay for the meal. But I go expecting him to pay.
Danny? Oh, yes, it's me. So, I've looked life, right? If I go on a date and the woman is willing to pay, oh my God, God answer my prayers. We lit. I'm not like my fellow brothers out here who, oh my gosh, I'm man, I'm big, I want to pay. Nah. You want to pay? God bless your soul. God bless your soul. If it doesn't work out, if you like 4x4, you fat as fuck, I don't care. God has blessed you with a very good wallet, with the ability to pay. I don't mind. If I have the money to pay, no, obviously, as an African man, we go out there to pay. But if you're gonna pay, I'll drive you in your 4x4, or will you drive front wheel, back wheel? We let. May God bless you, so if you wanna pay, I'll still pay. We'll go there with money. Lydia?
I have expectation of the guy paying on the first date, but if it doesn't happen, I don't take it in any way. It's just, it's life. Either it happens or it doesn't, but I have an expectation of him paying the first date.
For me, I expect the guy to pay on the first date, despite me taking my wallet in case of anything happening. And if he doesn't pay for any reason, especially if it's not his fault and he couldn't control it, then I can't really judge him. But if we don't get along and he doesn't pay, then obviously I'm going to have a bad impression of the guy. I can't help it. He's just going to look like a douchebag because you took me out, you were terrible dates, and you couldn't even pay. Exactly. It's just like you wasted my time at the end of the day. So that's my